Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on Project Nugget. It's great to have you back for another one. I just want to start the video off by saying sorry for the delay in videos from, I think it was the last one, which would have been close to 2 months ago. There's been a bit going on. There's been a fair bit going on. As you can see behind me, the orange shitbox is gone. It's no more. I got rid of it. Didn't need it. I got the motor out. I hope you can see that from up there. So we might angle you down a little bit. There she is, just down there. So we've got that out. I've got the crane. Now all I need is the engine stand, and that shitbox block will go on it and continue pulling it down even more. That's where the shed's at. There's really not a great deal that has been happening lately. Just work, finances, just haven't been able to afford to buy many things that I really need. As you know, the last thing that's needed now for the wagon or the Nugget is injectors, and they're $100 a pop, so saving a bit for those at the moment. I've had funerals as well. Any of you that know me or have been on the Facebook page as well would have seen that I did put up a post, so that's also played a big part in what's been going on lately. The one thing that I do want to show you today, which is why you've clicked on this video, is my airbag suspension for the Nugget. About a couple of weeks ago now, I received my Accuair kit from over in Victoria. I received the AirRide suspension, so the rear bags, the tank compressor, and all the lines and fittings to go with it, and also the Accuair sort of system as well. If you're not familiar with the Accuair system, we will go through that up there back at the house for the unboxing. I have chosen to go airbags in the rear for my car. It's not only going to be a track car when I can get down to Perth to go roll racing or anything else. I do also want to use the car as a cruiser, and not a cruiser as in Land Cruiser, a cruiser as in getting around and just having a leisure drive, pulling up somewhere maybe for lunch, just letting the rear bags down, just having it look pretty. And with the Accuair system, this one I have is the eLevel Plus, and this comes with the ECU computer that monitors the bag pressures in both rear bags, left and right, and adjusts them accordingly to how you're driving and road conditions. Very smart bit of technology when it comes to that kind of area. Accuair, if you know, is sort of world leading in this kind of thing, so I've decided to go with them and pretty much give the wagon something special and something unique. While we're on the thought of suspension, it will have coilovers in the front, but it'll have the bags in the rear. I've gone for drop-in bags for the rear because it's just easier if I get to a track and I don't like the airbags while on the track. I can pull them out, put a spring in, Bob's your uncle, and just send it. So I'll quit talking shit, we'll head up there and I'll show you what you get in the box. Okay, so in one box I received my air tank. I've just gone along and sort of dummy screwed some of these fittings in. With AirRide, they supply everything from your sealant to your instructions to all the fittings. All the fittings are in this other box here, along with all the other good stuff. So when you open your box, the first thing that you are sort of greeted with, just ignore these. First thing you're greeted with is the ECU. I will open this, show you guys. So it comes with your registration, like your warranty. There's a quick guide, mounting, and your quick start user manual. This is the same in every box. Every box is exactly the same. There's nothing different throughout these boxes really, except for the content. Inside, they are a bit of a bitch to get out. Inside your eLevel Plus box is your ECU, or should I say my ECU. This is an LED panel, and within the mobile app that you can get, you can actually adjust all the colours that are on this LCD, sort of LED kind of panel, whatever you would like to call it. This ECU sets off its own Wi-Fi system. It's either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, I'm pretty sure it's Wi-Fi, and that allows you to connect to the mobile app via obviously your telephone, and that will show you live stats on pretty much everything. What pressure's in your tank, pressure's in your bags. It lets you adjust it and change all your pressures via your phone, rather than having to use the controller and do it manually and just guess. So that control ECU is going to be really handy. They throw in a heap of airline as well, obviously, to go from one bag to the other, then to the very big box for something that's not all that big. So here's your solenoid. It's 2-corner, so it's the rear only, and this is that. I didn't muck around one little bit. As you can see, you've got perspex there. It's not really necessary, but they throw it in there anyway. This is a stupid box. And that's your valve block. Inside there, underneath is just the wiring, which goes and plugs up to the back of the ECU. This one's got all your ride control stuff. I will open this quickly and just show you what is inside. So you get your full wiring loom, one plug into the ECU, one for each sensor, as you can see, sensor 3, sensor 4. It's got it all written on the instructions in there as well, which sensor goes to where. They give you your harness, and this is your main power harness, and what they've done is basically they've packed everything in a tiny little setup, which is just so much easier to use. It's going to be quite easy to put this in. Inside there, these 2 little boxes are your ride height sensors. Pretty straightforward, the instructions. I did have a bit of a flick through. Pretty easy. I say that now until I go to get started on it. And here are your linkage arms to go from your height sensor down to somewhere on your drive axle that's going to move with your suspension. So you can put this in, it'll go up and down, move the sensor. Pretty self-explanatory. Once the sensor finds that it's in the right spot, it's obviously going to set the bag to that. The next thing I pull out, is the wiring harness and relay for your compressor. I'm not going to open that, but it's got your crimp connections, it's got a relay, it's got another block there, it's got the plug, and all your wires are already cut, plenty enough length to be able to put your tank and everything wherever you would like it, pretty much. Very user friendly, this kit. I say that now until I go to put it in and it's nothing but a headache. Got here as well is that they've added some more air hose, another filter, another cap, screws, and an assortment of fittings to go with it. And here is the compressor. Got your power cables, pretty easy, self-explanatory. Feed hose, and that'll go into the tank. Hefty little bugger, but it's going to be enough for what I want it to do. I can't remember on the specs of it. Can't remember what size I got or anything like that. I know that there's a couple of different pressure ones that you can get, different sizes. I can't remember because I'm silly and didn't get that information. Here is the touchpad. This is, I think, in the sort of airbag industry before the ECU came out. This was everyone's favourite. I don't know why they sent me a white one. I don't know. I didn't exactly ask for white, but I suppose it'll go with the car for now, until the Nugget gets a respray. So inside that you've got your harness, very long harness obviously, to be able to put your ECU wherever you want to and have your controller wherever you want to. Obviously ECU in the back. There's enough controller wire to go all the way to the front to if you want it in your glove box, center console, anywhere really. At the bottom of the box is your controller. They've got a plug there at the back, a plug on the bottom, 4 mounting screws on the back, so if you would like you can mount it on the dash somewhere. You can probably put a little sticky patch there and you could probably velcro it somewhere, maybe a magnet if you're smart enough. For me it's just gonna sit underneath the radio and probably inside the little I don't know, card pocket or little something underneath where my radio is. I don't quite know exactly yet, but that's it anyway. White is just going to get dirty pretty quickly, but should be right. It's very pretty, very shiny, obviously like everything else new. Even though I've only got the rear only set up, this top touchpad will still illuminate, but it will not do anything. You've got your first setting, which is just your bottom setting that you want to set. That might be your park setting or whatever. Number 2 is generally your ride height, and number 3 is if you're going to go over speed bumps or big curves or whatever. And the arrow all the way facing down, if you hold that, I know the system is it airs out completely. So with this as well, inside one of the wiring looms, pretty sure it's the ride height one, there's a cable there that goes to your park brake, and once your park brake is disengaged, basically when the car's running and your park brake is disengaged, your rear bags will automatically go up to ride height. Bit of a safety feature, it just stops you from dumping your bags while you're driving and getting yourself into a whole lot of mess. I'm sure there's a way to bypass it, but I'm just going to do it right and do it properly. So here we are, one bag. This is one of the rear bags. Comes with fittings, an assortment of zip ties, some bolts, some stuff, all the rest of that shit. And it comes with instructions. So it tells you everything in here, what you're going to need to know and what you're going to need to do to install your bags. I haven't pulled these out yet. Have a look. So I'll do that with you guys. Have a little bit of a squeeze, and here we are. That'll be the bottom. It's got your cutout for your bump stops, hence why these are drop-in bags and not bolt-in. You do lose about, well, maybe 2 inches of height, or I think it's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of height when it's aired out. But if that's not going to bother you, then there's no point in being concerned about it. So just looking at the other bag in the box, these instructions here and these fittings, one for this bag, the other for the other bag, and these assortment of fittings here must be just to be able to mount it properly, obviously. These little bolts, it's probably not going to be really worth it. Pretty sure I'm not going to be hitting a bump hard enough where the bags are actually going to pop out. I'm going to be running shorter shocks. I'm just waiting for my Repco to get the GT, the Munro GT Sports shocks. They're a shorter shock, and accompanied with these bags from AirRide, which I have been told they are the recommended bags to go, shocks to go for with any lowered bags. So, ooh, there we go. So you've only got your one feed line, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can't compress that at all. I can compress that. Aired out completely. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's... I hope the camera's picking that up. Sorry for wobbling. But, I mean, aired out completely, that's pretty... That's going to be pretty low. So, yeah. I'm really keen to get these in. I don't know whether you guys are keen for it either, but I am. I'm looking really forward to throwing these in, dropping it out of air. You know, just having a bit of a play. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be something different, something new. So yeah, I'm really excited to have a play with these toys. Righto everyone, that's gonna be it from me in this video. I've got the kit, you've seen it, I've unboxed it with you guys. Now all that's left for me to do now is get the GT Munro GT Sports, which are a shorter shock. Once I've got those, then they can go in and all the bag stuff can go in. So just another little something for the wagon, for the Nugget. I'm excited to get them in and all that. I've been paying these off for a good part of nearly 2 years. So AirRide over in Melbourne, another big massive thanks over to Reese from you guys. He's just been fantastic through the whole lot, just paying a little bit here, a little bit there. The amount of times I changed my mind with what I wanted, he was more than happy just to change the invoice and change everything. So massive shout out over to you boys, thank you so much. If you haven't already and don't know of them, head over to their Facebook, check them out. They got Instagram as well. Jump on the website, have a look at the kits that they've got for different cars. They do some pretty cool sort of vintage kind of build sort of stuff as well. So, but yeah, that is where I'm going to leave this video. Please, if you want to see these installed, hit that subscribe button. Also, thank you to each and every one of you that have shared videos and things in the past. We have now ticked over 100 subscribers. I think we're sitting at about 116, so thank you heaps. I really do appreciate it, but let's not stop there. Let's try and get a few more. But yeah, if you would like to see when these get installed and how I do it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Stick around because there's a lot more happening for the wagon. Hopefully soon we should be making boost pretty soon. The turbo on that should all be going on once I get these injectors. And like I said, they're the most expensive part probably out of it, pretty much. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hopefully it won't be too long. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.